Hey everybody, Spike Benedetta here. Welcome to my new channel. For right now, we're just going to call it Spike and Company because this is not going to be a channel about hunting arrowheads or metal detecting or anything like that. This is going to be about places like this, exploration and adventure and human interest stories and stuff like this place here. It's I'm standing in front of the old Quarles property here in Long Beach, Mississippi. It was built by the Quarles in 1892 maybe. They moved from Tennessee down here in 1884 and bought a huge tract of land here in Long Beach, and this house was built up by the railroad tracks where the fast-paced clinic sits now. But after Katrina, it had some damage, and that property was just so valuable up there. The property owner petitioned this place is on the National Register of Historic Places, and he petitioned them to be able to move it back here about 400 feet, and they stabilized it until they could raise the funds to restore it, and I'm glad they did. This is what stuff like that should be about. This house is historical. It is a beautiful house. I had the opportunity to look inside it one time. It was an unfortunate incident. I came over here to do some metal detecting. I have permission, and we'll get to that in a minute, but I came over here and noticed someone had broken in the back door. I called the overseer. He came over here and went in to see if there was any damage, and I followed him in, got a chance to look around in that place. It was spectacular then. I can't wait to see it finished on the inside, and they have open house and I can go in there and look around. These are places like this that need to be restored. The whole front the porch was gone, and the upper balcony, and that's all been replaced, and it just tickles me to death that they did it. Now back on the metal detecting, I have had permission for years, and I found some awesome stuff here. I found a Union officer sword belt plate, some fantastic coins, and just dozens of horse tack from out in this field where it was plowed over and over and over again. So to me, I have a kind of a connection to it because I've done so much metal detecting here. To those of you that are new here for the first time, welcome aboard. For those of you that came over from our other channel, HeartbreakerRelics, and those that are new, if you are not familiar with that channel, I'm going to leave a link down in the description where you can get there. Anyway, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. We're going to see what we can get into this year. We're going to see if we can't keep you entertained a little bit. So let's just take a look around at the house right now and see what we can see from outside. We're not going to go inside, but we're going to take a look around. We're headed out into the field now so we can look back at the house. When I was metal detecting, this was all a big huge fence row, and I got to see if my permission is still good. I may come in here where I can get closer to those trees now, but up there in the front, I think somebody had beat that to death over the years, and I didn't find a whole lot up there, but where that big pecan tree is right there, I found a very cool coin, and it's a 1894, I believe, or 1898 Morgan silver dollar. And I'll try to throw a piece up here, but over here I found a nun's crucifix in the edge of the woods. Jesus was missing off from it, and I have looked and looked and looked and couldn't find it. I found some pieces of a Civil War saddle over in there, and right there where that pile of trash is down there, I found the 1854, I believe it is, Union officer's sword belt plate between where the barn was and where the trash pile is. And we're standing out in the field looking back at the house, and they have done a fantastic job. One thing I like that they've done, they put central air and heat in the thing. That makes it cool. Back there in the back, there used to be a building that was part of a one-story cottage, if I'm not mistaken, that they lived in while they were building the big two-story house up front, up there next to it. But you can imagine, for 1892 or whatever it was, this was some kind of place here in Long Beach. Long Beach was a hopping place back then. The man that I got permission from, his grandmother wrote Was it grandmother or his mother? I don't know. One of them wrote a book. It's called Rosalie and Radishes, I believe. If you can get, if you're interested in Long Beach history, and you can get your hand on that, that's a good read right there. We'll move on around the house here. See, all these slabs and all have been poured. Everything. This house was just a shell when they moved it over here, and I don't know if they put the chimney back in it or not, because the house had, yeah, there it is. The house had one fireplace in the center of it, and they looks like they've replaced it. This porch is new off the back. Whatever this thing is here, I don't know. Must be an elevator. I'm not sure. But they moved it back here next to the Quarrel Cemetery, and I didn't metal detect around the cemetery. That's just not a good thing, not a good look. But I did back here, but never found very much. They put a new road in over there, I guess, to get in and out of it better. But this is the old Quarrel Cemetery. It was kind of hidden by the brush in the road up there, and I don't know if that a lot of people knew this was here. But there's still people being buried here today. But this is the door that was broken into when I came over here that day. Of course, everything was boarded up. There were plywood on all the windows, plywood on the doors, 2x4s over everything. But somebody had kicked it in. I don't know why people got to be that way. But I don't know. We'll walk up this sidewalk, see if we can look in a window. I don't want to do too much prying. Let's see if we can see anything. I don't think so, because it's dark. Yeah, they got everything. No, you can see, yeah, they're still working in there. Still working. But as I said, I don't want to do too much prying. Getting run off by the police or something around here. But they're doing it right, and that's what's cool. They've trimmed all these trees. You can see how they've trimmed them up. These live oaks. Coast is noted for those live oaks, and just imagine sitting up on that balcony, a nice fall evening or a spring morning. I can only imagine. What an incredible place. Mr. George Bass, Mayor of the City of Long Beach, was gracious enough to grant me an interview for this video.
I'm very passionate about what we've got here, because this is the oldest house we've got left in Long Beach. Now, Katrina took away a lot of our old, beautiful homes we had south of the CSX railroad tracks, and we saw an opportunity here. And I had the opportunity to talk to Jim Alexander and his sister, Janet, and to meet and visit with them about this house. It was, it used to be located over here on Railroad Street, and they moved it after getting some funds through an effort by Miss Carol Paola's gifted class at the elementary school. And this was one of the drives that those children had, and now, these children that were in elementary school, 4th, 3rd, 5th grade, whatever it may be, they have an opportunity as adults now with children of their own to see the fruits of their efforts from so many years ago. And I think it's just amazing that where we're standing right now, and you can see in the background, if I'm not covering the house, that we've come a long way. But after meeting with Jim and Janet, and I explained to them what I wanted, and I was very forthright with them. I said, I want y'all to donate that house and the land around it to us. And they were open to it. It surprised me. And on the condition that we could get a grant to put it back together. And I told them, I said, it's going to come a point if we do get approved for a grant where we're going to have to make some paperwork up where the house would belong to the city of Long Beach. And they said, you get the grant, we'll make that happen. And going to Jackson to get the money, I knew, it was a heavy load to tote in Jackson, going up and requesting money from the state legislator. So I enlisted the help and services of our state representative, Richard Bennett. and he really toted the load in Jackson. He did a great job for us. I can't thank him enough. You know, when future children come here, and by the way, Miss Paola is still doing class of gifted children, and she'll be here when we have the grand opening and a special preview for the Alexanders when they come in. But her efforts of helping and assisting Mr. Bennett in Jackson were just tremendous. And when Richard called and said, "We got you $2 million to redo that house," I was overwhelmed. I was like, I can't believe, you know, we were so successful so quickly after taking this initiative to be able to have something that we could work on, that, you know, that the people would see. It's not drainage where we're burying pipes and sewer and water underground, the millions of dollars we spent digging ditches and canals. This is something you could actually see. You know, you could walk through this, and this makes us feel good. Well, we got the funding. We got the house donated to us by the Alexanders, and hired an architect who retired right after us, you know, getting with him and contracting, so we had to backtrack. Hired a new architect out of Hattiesburg who specialized in revitalizing old homes. You know, it's a specialty. Just like our contractor here, J.O. Collins, you know, they specialize in doing old homes. So it's been a great thing for us to be able to bring these two entities together to bring to light the vision we have here. And the vision is not just located on just this specific piece of property. We're going to have an effort now to move forward. We're already working on it, to go to Washington, D.C. and request funding from our state senators and representatives there to build an event center that would match the architecture of the house, to be on the back side, house 150 people, have a catering kitchen in it, bathroom facilities, storage for chairs and tables, to be able to have wedding receptions here, special events here. And, you know, it's an opportunity for the city and the citizens to enjoy this facility. And you know, we're just so grateful for it. We've been working with the Historical Society, Beth Hanson, Eddie Ware. We're going to have to set them up an office in here.
So that's a look around the old Quarles house. When they open it up, if they'll let me, I'll come back and take you around the inside and show you around. And we hope you like stuff like this, because I do. I love adventure videos. I love exploration videos. I just love all sorts of old things anyway. If y'all followed our Airhead channel, you know that. But welcome aboard. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. See if I can grow this channel, because that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy growing the channel. I enjoy the people that I meet on there. I enjoy the whole process. So again, welcome aboard, and thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.